Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Topic of today's lecture is characteristics of wants and utility, goods and services. Definition of a want. Human want means the desire to get something which provides utility. Utility means satisfaction. So all those wants, all those desires which you satisfy for deriving a satisfaction, which you buy for deriving a satisfaction, are known as human wants. For example, hungry person wants food, barefooted person wants shoes, patient wants medical care. All these are the desires which are known to be wants also. Wants are the root cause of all economic activity. People work and struggle throughout their lives to satisfy their wants. Characteristics of wants are they are unlimited. Human wants are innumerable. It is not possible to satisfy all of them. As time passes and circumstances change, new wants come up. Number 2, they reappear. Most of the wants, once satisfied, reappear again. For example, a thirsty person drinks water to satisfy his want, but his satisfaction is not permanent. After some interval, he will again feel thirsty. Number 3, compete with each other. Due to limited resources, all the wants cannot be satisfied at the same time. So, a choice has to be made. And when we make a choice, competition arises. Number 4, difference in importance. All wants are not of equal importance. For example, food is always first priority. Clothes take preference over a computer and furniture, which shows that there is a difference in the importance of wants. Number 5, present wants are more important than future wants. For example, when parents ask a child that if he or she wants a car right now or after 6 months, the reply will be definitely right now. So it shows that present wants are more important than future wants. Number 6, wants change with time, place, income, age, etc. For example, in summers, you need fans, you need ACs, while in winters, you need heaters. This shows that want change with time. Just like that, want change with place, with age, with fashion, and all that. Number 7, wants throw light on the personalities. Wants of various people throw light on their personalities, environment, and knowledge. A person looking for a book for himself must be an educated person. So it shows that want shows or throws the light on the personalities of the persons. Number 8, alternative means of satisfaction. Wants can be satisfied through alternative methods. For example, a person visiting Karachi may go by air or by train. Choice is his. If he wants to go to Karachi by air, he will go by air. And if he wants to go to Karachi by train, he will opt for train. Number 9, wants are complementary. Complementary means they are satisfied with each other. They cannot be satisfied all alone. For example, when somebody purchases a car, petrol will be needed, so he can or he wants to buy a petrol also. Number 10, some wants become habits. When you keep on consuming the commodity, satisfying your want, it becomes your habit. For example, smoking. Now, utility. Utility is the power or ability of a good or service to satisfy a human want. For example, water possesses a utility for a thirsty person. Bread possesses a utility for a hungry person. So, utility shows the power of a good to satisfy a want. Characteristics of utility are: it is a relative term. It is a relative term because it changes according to circumstances. It differs from time to time, from place to place. For example, ice possesses great utility in summer but little utility in winters. Number 2, utility depends upon the intensity of a desire. Strong desire for a good increases its utility. No desire for the commodity, no utility. Utility of a cigarette is 0 for a non-smoker. This is the best example in this case. Third is, utility is subjective. Subjective is something which you can't measure, which you can only feel. So there are no units to measure the utility directly. That's why we call it subjective. Fourth, utility depends upon form and use of a good. For example, a piece of paper when used for written purposes will have utility different than if used for packing. Number 5, utility depends upon knowledge. 200 years ago, petroleum had little utility because people did not know its use. Computer has no utility for a person who does not know the knowledge of a computer. So we can say that utility depends upon knowledge. Number 6, utility is different from usefulness. Utility is simply a satisfaction which we derive from the use of a good. But satisfied want may be good or bad. For example, smoking cannot be called useful, although it has a greater utility for a smoker. Number 7, utility is the basis of law of demand. People buy only those goods which have utility. And according to law of demand, we also say that when price of a commodity decreases, people buy more of a commodity. And when price increases, people buy less of a commodity. This is law of demand. And this shows that when price increases, satisfaction of a person decreases. That's why they buy less of a commodity. That is why we call utility is the basis of law of demand. Goods and services. Goods mean all material things which are used by human beings to satisfy their wants. These are called goods. For example, food, clothes, cycle, book, building, machinery, all these are goods. Classification of goods. Goods are classified under following heads. Number 1, consumer goods. Consumer goods are those goods which directly satisfy a want. For example, when you feel hungry, you eat a bread. Bread directly satisfies your want. Then, producer goods. Producer goods are called capital goods also. These goods are used for the production of other goods. For example, various tools and equipments. Types of producer goods. Number 1 type is raw material. Raw material, they are in a raw form like metal, wood, oil. Semi-manufactured goods. Semi-manufactured goods are like steel, cotton yarn, wheat, flour, etc. And the third category is manufactured goods. Machinery, tools, equipments which are ready for sale are known as manufactured goods. Use of a good decides whether a good is a consumer good or a producer good. For example, a good may be a consumer good at one time and in one use, while it is a producer good at a different time and in another use. For example, a car when used to visit a friend will be a consumer good, but when the same car is used as a taxi, it will be called a producer good. Classification of goods according to scarcity. They are free goods. Free goods are non-economic goods. Non-economic goods are those goods which are not scarce in relation to demand for them. Many natural goods are free goods. For example, air, sunshine, flowers, etc. All these are non-economic goods. Economic goods. Economic goods are those goods which are scarce in relation to demand. They have a price and they are bought and sold in the market. For example, bread, clothes, houses, all these are economic goods. And these goods are man-made goods also. A good may be free at one place and time, but an economic good at some different place and time. Then comes public good. Public goods are meant for all. For example, highways, public parks, etc. Private goods. Private goods are those goods which belong to a private person. Like a private car is a private good. They belong to a private ownership. Services. Services are those actions of individuals which can satisfy others' wants. Or you can say actions of person A which satisfy wants of person B are known as services. For example, lecture by a professor, song by a singer, these are services. Goods and services are sometimes called commodities. This is all for today, students. Thank you very much. Till next lecture, stay blessed and enjoy yourselves. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.